guys, Rob the Frugalist here. Our last experiment, we weren't too sure what the coffee did, whether it was enough apart from to look darker in terms of heat output. So we're going to do a brand new experiment today. We're going to be comparing paper briquettes with 50% coffee and paper briquette logs, and then we're going to be adding sawdust in at the end to find out what the differences are between these three combinations. Okay, so as for this experiment, I've already created the paper briquette. It's over here, come and have a little look. Now these briquettes have come out a little bit smaller than I was expecting, so it's going to be interesting to see how it compares with the coffee logs. But what I've got here is all the leftover coffee from all my coffees and a generous donation from Novi & Co from Beckenham, so thanks Novi & Co. But we're going to put all of that into there, mix it up, and we're going to have a paper and coffee rough 50-50 mix, even slightly more in the coffee. So this is going to be solid paper and coffee, no sawdust. After I've made a few of the coffee ones, I'm going to add sawdust in, so we've got three compares. We've got paper and coffee, and then we've got paper, coffee and sawdust. And we'll see how that burns later on. Make up. Now by weight, this is mostly coffee here. I'm going to give it a bit of a manual stir. Start it off so it doesn't go everywhere. Oof. Oh, it's like a giant brownie mix that someone's thrown. This looks like the bog of eternal stench. Alright, let's see how this goes. I'm going to have to clear this up, but we'll do that later. Hardly any compression going on there. Oh! What happened there? Look at that. It's kind of squirted out the sides. Different. Right, let's see. Look at my face. That's a fail. Okay, so that's got the structure of bad diarrhea. It's not good at all. So I'm going to be adding, because I know sawdust works, I'm going to add some sawdust in to bulk this out so it will set properly. But that looks like you can't really do coffee and paper in the amounts that I did. Not well. I'm going to recycle this. I can't. That didn't work. This stuff This stuff's kindling. This is ready to go into the kindling part. Let's get all the small bits away. It's amazing at starting fires. Kindling. Feels thick, so I'm going to add some more water. Okay, now I'm not going to slop it straight in straight away because that sawdust in there now. I think it's got to have time just to absorb everything. Because they're all like a bunch of little straws, and while the coffee grounds won't be, they're a little bit more fibrous. So I'm going to give it about 10 minutes just to soak in, and then we'll try again. Right, so we've been soaking for about 10-15 minutes now, so that should be ready to go, and now we're going to create it. Again, this is a lot more coffee than normal, but now we've added some sawdust to it to hopefully bind it together better, because that last one was a bit of a failure. It's good to know these things. Alright, have a look, see how this goes. Still quite tight. Yeah, it's pretty intact, it's there, but it feels a little bit like it feels a little bit like I need a little bit more sawdust in it. So I'm going to make a few of these and then maybe put some more sawdust in it to make another batch, just for comparison. So I've just been squeezing these ones down. These four, completely solid with coffee, they're a little bit softer to the touch. These, a little bit firmer, they've got more sawdust in, but even when I push them down, it feels like, you know when you put too much coffee in the cafetiere and it kind of doesn't squeeze down properly? Just like that. So I'm going to have to add some more sawdust in, which is good, it gives us a range of results. It's not good because I don't have much space to store. I've got an endless stack of these things, so I'll need to use a few more boxes to dry these off, but that's okay. It's all about learning, isn't it? So here we have it. 1, 2, 3, 4 really mega ones. Lots and lots and lots of coffee in those. Quite a lot of coffee in these. In fact, there's quite a lot of coffee in all of them. And these are the lighter ones here, and also in this box. So I've got a good stash there. I just need to mark which ones have more coffee in, and now I just have to tidy all this mess up. Joy. But we'll find out how this all burns once we've dried it all out. And look at that, managed to set out a heck of a lot of kindling for the next fire to start. Really good. All packed away, all drying, Got some drying in that box over there as well, so let's wait and see. Finally, we've got down to our experiment where we're testing something which is 50% coffee, or 45-50% roughly, with something that isn't. So what we're going to do as part of our test is make sure we're testing with the same amounts. So if you want to come in and just check, we're going to do the weigh-in now. And you can see that's about 400. Brilliant, thank you. And the next one, we'll weigh this in. That's also about 400, so that's a good job. We'll be able to now compare this. I'll be comparing burning this with this. Problem is, these two are apart, this greater surface area, so to make this a fair test, I'm going to cut this in half. Okay, so get the old saw out, see what it looks like. I like it. This is making a mess. Okay, that's done. Hopefully, it's still about 400. Yes, I didn't lose much in that process. So now they're comparable. One thing I will say about this is this already feels a lot tighter. If you have a little look, this looks bigger, but it weighs the same. So something about using coffee is that this, I'm guessing this will burn a little bit quicker, but I can't be too sure. Last time we did this test, and you stand back a bit. Last time we did this test, it was roughly about the same, so I'm not expecting too much different here. But this is a little bit more compact, which is always a nod in the direction of coffee. So right now we're going to go and take a look and see how they burn. Okay, it's test time. So I've got everything set up. I've got a GoPro ready to go. We're going to do a time-lapse photography on this. This is an already burning fire. It's pretty even at the bottom. I've checked everything. And we're going to stick the coffee on the right-hand side. We're going to stick the non-coffee on the left-hand side. And we're going to watch exactly how it burns just to see if there's any difference. I don't reckon there will be much difference, noticeable difference. There might be a difference. We'll find out. This is the whole idea of why we're doing it. So let's get going straight away. Okay, so I've got two bits here. Just chuck them in. What? Be careful not to injure myself. That was pretty warm. And we'll see how they burn. Here we go. And as you can see, they've taken straight away. So I'm going to even turn down the air a little bit. Push that in. Okay. It's still roaring away. Okay, we've got the test here. It's been about an hour, so these are still going. They still feel solid, and they're pretty much the same. They're pretty much the same, which, there we go, not totally unexpected. So what's the conclusion? The conclusion is quite simple. Coffee doesn't really burn much better than sawdust. However, if you've got it, it will burn. So it's well worth adding in. It makes it look a bit different. It's a bit more tight. It's a bit more compact. Because of the particles, they're a lot more obviously granular. And that's probably the only difference. So that's the end of the experiment. Hope you found that useful. If you see the coffee logs on for sale in the supermarket, they're saying burns 20% longer. They may not be right. They're probably not right. And if it is somehow right, it's not noticeable because half of that was coffee, not on this side. They've pretty much burnt the same. The good news is you can burn coffee, so it does add heat, but no more significantly than sawdust. It does compact a bit better, you could argue that. It does look nicer, yeah, you could argue that too, so I'm going to keep doing it. But it's not revolutionary in the way I kind of hoped it would. I did want coffee to last a bit longer, you know, we all like coffee. Well, not everyone, but you get the gist. So hopefully that's informed, entertained, kept you educated, etc. It has me. I'm learning all the time. Have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.